Hey, I'm Lance Wallnow. So good to see you again. You know, we were together in October, and while we were meeting, it was just one of the most exhilarating and high energy packed type events that I've been to all year. You're really an unforgettable group. And I made a commitment to you then. It was something which Brian and I kind of negotiated during the last segment while The Lion King was playing. We decided that we were going to give you access to the executive coaching tools we use for coaching $100 million peak performers. What I'm saying is that we promised you we would give you a personal constraint report at that time. 145 of you rushed out to the table and you gave us your contact information. What we decided to do was to set up a special webinar and get access to that customized personal constraint report for you. Now, just to remind you, it doesn't really matter how much intentionality you have, or passion, or zeal, or strategy, or how good your marketing plan is, or how motivated you are. The main problem with most achievers that I work with is not talent or zeal. It's another factor. It's the impact of some unknown characteristic on that talent. In other words, your talent will take you as high as your constraints will let you. The real question is, what is your constraint? In the data that I'm going to give you in this special report, the link will be right here on this page, by the way. The data is going to tell you specifically the top 3 constraints you're going to have to deal with. And don't be deceived by the simplicity of the report either. It's about 25 or 30 pages with a lot of powerful information. But really, it's when we unpack that information in a 1-hour customized webinar just for those 140 or 50 people that requested this report. We will meet with you, Brian and I. And in that webinar, we're going to go over in fairly explicit detail how to identify, work with, and build a growth plan around your personal constraint. Now, the good news is this is able to happen quickly if you act now. My experience is that most long-term peak performers never leave the place where a decision needs to be made without taking action. You took action. 150 other people didn't. You did. But now here's going to be the interesting study. How many of you who took action will now follow through on the initial momentum? You're not in the rah-rah of the moment. You're not with the music and the lights and with your group. You're back in the world you left to go to this special kind of training. So we'll find out now how many of you have the emotional intelligence that we call sustained motivation. That's the ability to follow through on the decisions you make at a peak moment. I'm counting on the fact that in that special group, we'll have 100% attendance. We're going to give you the numbers, though, so when we get together, you'll see how many of you out of the initial 300 signed up, half. And how many of the half actually took action? Well, we got people betting there'll be 75. But I'm saying this group is different. I think we're going to have a higher number. Prove me right. Take action immediately, right now. It takes you about 8 minutes to fill out the information on the form. It's online. It's simple. You'll get the data back within 24 hours. And within 2 weeks, you got to move fast. Within 2 weeks, we're going to do that special 1-hour broadcast on the internet with the group that actually makes the decision to take action. Looking forward to seeing you there. Have a great day.